Welcome back to HGTV Handmade with me, Marianne. So as you already know, we are celebrating the HGTV Dream Home 2016 all week this week on HGTV Handmade. And my contribution is this super cute weathered drink board that's perfect for your next party. If you want to make your own, here's what you'll need. An unfinished wood frame, tools for distressing, sandpaper, black cardstock, a pencil, a chalk marker, clip art banner shapes, a damp sponge, sponge tip paintbrush, shop towels, paint, and dark furniture wax. All right, the first thing we're going to do is clear our workspace and take apart our frame. Now, here's a tip. Frames from the frame section are very expensive. But if you look in the woodworking section of the craft store, you can find these pine frames for just $5 a piece. And the nice thing about pine is it's a really soft wood, so it's easy to distress. We're going for kind of a driftwood vibe. So now you get to work out your aggression. We're going to gouge, hammer, and just beat up this frame so it looks like a really weathered piece of wood. This is the fun part. All right, once you've beat up your frame pretty well, grab some sandpaper and just smooth over any really splintery parts. Definitely don't completely sand down all of your hard work. All right, now we're just going to wipe it off. Grab your damp sponge and your paint color of choice. We just want a color wash, so that's why we're using the damp sponge. You really work the paint into the wood grain and all of your gouges. Work in sections. Grab your shop towel and wipe off any excess. Really like push it into the grain, so we still want to see that wood grain peeking through. Okay, we have a nice thin coat of our kind of grayish, greenish color. Now we're going to add a coat of this dark furniture wax. This will really highlight all of the distressing that we did, and again, it'll really bring out that wood grain. Grab a clean shop towel and scoop up a little bit and just work it into the frame. A little safety tip, furniture wax does give off some fumes. So you want to do this in a large, well-ventilated room or head outside. And now our last step of distressing, one more clean shop towel and buff that wax in. This will get off any excess wax and also really help to push it into the wood grain and distressing. Yeah. Totally getting like a driftwood vibe from this. We're gonna set this aside to dry and we're gonna work on the drink board. Okay, so we've cleaned up our workspace and now it's time to tackle our faux calligraphy chalkboard sign. Now, I like to use black cardstock instead of a real chalkboard because one, you can buy a whole big stack and if you mess up, you can just switch to the new page versus cleaning it off, waiting for it to dry. It's like the whole process. So we're going with black cardstock. And now here is my trick for getting those cool chalkboard, banners that people use. Find a shape you like online. There are literally hundreds. Print it off. You can kind of size it to your piece of paper. And then we're going to do a reverse transfer. Use your pencil to deposit a thick line of graphite all along the edge of your banner. You want to make sure and really use a dark line of pencil lead because that's what's going to transfer when we flip it over. And don't stress too much about keeping the line perfectly straight. Our chalk marker is pretty thick, so it'll cover if you go outside the lines. So we have that outlined. Now flip it face down and center it up. Now grab your pencil again and press firmly, color over the entire shape. This is going to transfer the shape onto the paper so we can outline it with our chalk marker. I love this because you don't have to have any artistic skill to do this. You don't have to be able to even draw a straight line really. And it does the work for you. Okay, and now lift it off. Voila! We have our outline all ready for our chalk marker. Banner is in place. And now it's time for my second chalkboard lettering trick. I'm going to show you how to do kind of a faux calligraphy technique. I'm going to start by taking your chalkboard marker and writing in just simple cursive. I'm going to go with have a, and then underneath I'm going to put my drink recipe name. Once you have your basic handwriting done, you're going to go back and add a thicker stroke on every downstroke, because calligraphy is thin on the upstrokes and thick on the downstrokes. And there you have it. Now you can just write out the rest of your drink recipe, and then it will be time to assemble our finished drink board. All right. So now all that's left is to assemble this bad boy. Well, and then we need to make some drinks, right? So grab your frame, it should be dry by now. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of the plastic, because for it to really have a chalkboard look, it shouldn't have any plastic over top. So what do you say, guys? Would you make a drink board for your next party? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to check out the HGTV Dream Home 2016 special airing on New Year's Day. I'll see you next time.